Arch Rivals Football, in collaboration with the Playmakers blog, presents Bearing Down the Gridiron, sponsored by NFLShop.com, Fanatics, and Points.com. Here are your hosts for the show, Alex, the Bearman Kazzaz, and Darnell, the Playmaker Sallins. Executively produced by Ricky, a.k.a. the Master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Kickoff starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How y'all doing tonight? It is Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means it's bearing down the gridiron time. Time to talk college football, recap what took place in week 6, get ready for week 7, and all the fun stuff in between. My co-host today, out there in that good old state of Texas, they feeling real good right about now. The Bearman, Alex Kazzaz. Go ahead, my brother.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're dying to hear what I got to say about the Red River game, aren't you?
More than that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot has took place when it comes to that good old state of Texas. Because I gotta admit, a lot of good stuff has been going on with the state in Texas, man. I can't deny it. There's one thing I can't do. I can't deny it. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, there are a lot of things going on in my state, much like your state. Your state's still recovering from the hurricane. Hope everything's going well out there.
So far, so good. But, y'all know how we roll here. Y'all know the first thing on the docket here tonight, so we're not going to hold up too much of your time. Y'all know what the first thing on the docket is. Two-minute drill time. Are you ready, my friend?
Let's do this.
You know what we got to do. We got to get the 2-minute clock up in here. You know that. So let's get the 2-minute clock going on here. And the 2 starts now.
Well, Kansas, their quarterback Daniels is unlikely to play this week against Oklahoma.
Interesting. Dooley out of the house at the bout with COVID-19. Good job. Nice. He's overcome COVID-19.
Well, Nick Saban is hoping Bryce Young will be good to go this week when they play Tennessee.
He ain't the only one. I can damn sure tell you that. He ain't the only one. Michigan's running back coach Mike Hart is back in Ann Arbor. Eyes return. We hope it sounds good to me after what happened last week. That was a scary sight, but good to know he's iron return.
Apparently, Ohio State is becoming a favorite to win it all this year.
Oh, Lord. Oh, got down Ohio State. The Big 12, early talks with ESPN, Fox, meaningful. Meaning a good deal might be coming to the Big 12 when it comes to TV middle between Fox and ESPN.
And Razorbacks running Jefferson is expected to be available when they play BYU.
Ooh, they need him. That's a big game. That is a big game right there. I got to say that. I'm going to throw an extra one in there. Bottom 10. The sooner this season is over, the better. Oof.
Well, guess what? OU still sucks.
Ooh. That's just that's that hurtful. That's hurtful. Painful. But that is the
like it, buddy. I know you do.
Oh, and we had 20 minutes to spare. Would you look at that? We had 20 minutes to spare. But that was the all right. Now, to get a quick break in here real quick, and then when we come back, we're going to recap what took place, in week 6.
Pain Train Pipe Bomb Productions is now partnered with NFLShop.com. NFLShop.com, which is brought to you by Fanatics, brings you amazing team items like game day jerseys, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, team banners, and more. Check out the link below for great, amazing everyday deals on NFLShop.com.
All right, welcome back, and we not gonna waste no time. We gonna jump right into the actual. The Gridiron Roundup. Bearman's been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this. All right, here we go. First on the docket, Michigan 31, Indiana 10. Michigan continues to roll.
Well, this is interesting. At first, the game looked close because I think wasn't there a 10-10 tie at halftime?
I think you're right. You got the numbers with you?
Well, kind of, but I just know that Michigan did get off to a slow start, but they were able to muddle through. I think the story is I think one of the coaches did he suffer a seizure during the game, which is why he ended up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's why we were talking about Mike Hart. And
when I first heard about it, I thought that he might have gotten hit. A player. When you're on the sideline, you're that close to the players. I mean, anything could happen. Yep, it was a 10-10. It was a 10-10 tie at halftime.
So they outscored them 21-0 in the second half.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. All right. Down in Death Valley, it was 25th LSU hosting 8th ranked Tennessee. And do you remember what I said about this game?
Oh, you said something, all right. But I felt comfortable from the beginning that Tennessee was gonna be the winner, and this was one of my pick sixes from last week.
Didn't I say it wasn't a night game? It was a noon game, right?
It was a noon game.
It was a noon game, so I was like, I like Tennessee in this one, correct? Because it's not prime time. It's not under the lights at Death Valley. And you see what Tennessee did, right? 40-13.
Oh, I saw it.
At the same time as this beating of Death Valley commenced, we went all the way to the Cotton Bowl down in Dallas, Texas. It was Texas versus Oklahoma. First time in who knows how long when both teams was underranked.
1998.
1998 was the last time.
How old were you during that time in 98?
98. So we talking 98. I was going on 7 years old.
Yeah, I was 5.
I was going on 7 years old. And Bearman, you had fun yesterday. Your fun continues right now.
Well, I mean, honestly, the fact that my Horned Frogs were also able to get a good win against Oklahoma, but there's facts about this game, 49-0. That's Oklahoma's worst loss in this entire rivalry, okay? And Oklahoma is 0-3 in the Big 12 for the first time since 1998. Now, keep in mind, this is before Bob Stoops took over. Now, during this rivalry, since the year 2000, Oklahoma has destroyed Texas by scoring 60 or more points against them 3 times. But Texas kind of grew sick of it because today they decided to kind of return the favor somewhat, some way. So check this out. The 49 points are the most the Longhorns have ever scored in the series, and it's Texas's largest margin of victory over Oklahoma. The previous one was by 33 points, and the last time they had beaten Oklahoma by 30-plus points was in 2005, and the other time was in 1941.
Repeat that again.
But I'm not done yet. Check this out. The last time Oklahoma was shut out was 1998 as well. And it ends a streak 311 games for Oklahoma without being held scoreless. The last time Texas shut out Oklahoma was in 1965.
And then the fun for Bearman continues because it was the game of the week. It was the college game day sighting, not the game of the week. College game day sighting as they took their game to Lawrence, Kansas, because the Kansas Jayhawks, 19 in the country, were 5-0 on the season, going against 17-ranked TCU, who were 4-0 in this game. It was the battle of the unbeatens in the Big 12, and Bearman, your fun continues.
Oh yeah, but the fact that Kansas they lost their quarterback, right before halftime, but still Kansas stayed in the game. So you gotta give Kansas credit for that. But TCU is just looking a whole lot better and better, but TCU's got a challenge coming up, so they got to win the next one to see just how good TCU maybe really is.
Okay, no problem with that one. That was a good win for the Horned Frogs, I must say. Very good win. I went with my gut on that one. I went with my gut. Moving on. Oh. One of the oldest rivalries in college football was over the hedges in Athens, Georgia. It was Auburn at number 2, Georgia. The spread was like 29.5 points.
And they won by 32.
42-10. Just destroyed them boys from beginning to end. Poor Auburn. Poor Auburn.
I can sense the sarcasm.
Anything you want to say about this beating that took place over the hedges?
Well, what is there to say? Honestly, what is there to say?
I wanted to make sure I didn't skip you. I want to do my Houston job correctly, you know. All right, let's head to the state of Oklahoma. Still want Oklahoma, my Big 12 champions. Not 7th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys, 5-0, going against Texas Tech. Yeah, I know I messed up my bad. Hey,
yeah. Jim Ross won't take kindly to that, buddy.
Jim Ross, you better go throw some barbecue sauce on them damn sooners. I know that much.
Well, they got grilled, but
woo! 5-0, Bearman. My team's hanging in there. And speaking of somebody's team hanging in there, let's go to Cali, shall we? Let's go to LA.
No, it's funny because Oklahoma State, winning the way they did against Texas Tech, Oklahoma State kind of had a bit of an off game, allowing that many kind of points, especially at home. And now they got to go on the road to take on TCU. So TCU, just imagine. But now we are in California. UC. And I picked UC. Okay, I know I got this pick wrong, but
UCLA, 18th in the country versus 11th-ranked Utah. And Bearman's reverse psychology worked.
Because I did, in fact, pick UCLA to win the Big 12.
Pac-12.
Okay, now we're even. Well, UCLA, they pull off that upset against Washington, and now they pull off another upset against Utah. And both those games are at home. So you see, I had said at the beginning of this, before the season started, UCLA had a bad season, but how many times have we seen UCLA have a bad season to all of a sudden shock the hell out of us the next season? It's happened many, many times. It's just going to happen again. And that's the situation right now. And UCLA is undefeated.
These boys are saying up. And we going to stay in LA because guess there's another team that plays in LA.
Mm-hmm. The Trojans, the sports judges team. Lincoln Riley doing a good job. Just for the record, how many coaches when Lincoln Riley left Norman, Oklahoma, who did he take with him aside from Caleb Williams?
He took Caleb Williams. He had a host of transfers to come there. I don't even know what is the beginning there when it comes to that.
Can we honestly say this is why Oklahoma stinks so bad? Or is that just a cheap excuse?
It don't matter. It don't even matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't even matter at this point.
Like the great one says, it doesn't matter.
6th ranked, USC 30, Washington State 14. There's a battle between the LA schools in the Pac-12 South. That rivalry game in November is looking pretty good right about now, man.
Could it come down to that? The winner between USC and UCLA in that classic rivalry, the winner wins the Pac-12?
The winner goes to the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
And I'll explain why when we get to this week's matchups, okay? Hey, moving on.
Moving on, baby.
South Bend. Notre Dame coming off a bye week, hosting 16th-ranked BYU, and Notre Dame survived 28-20. BYU needed that game, and they couldn't get it.
I'm curious to know Mr. Bernard's thoughts.
Any words for BYU as they're getting ready to come to your conference next season?
My conference.
Yes, your conference.
BYU had a start, and then now they're 4-2. Well, it's interesting with TCU still being in the Big 12. The rivalry, the old rivalry between BYU and TCU is going to be reignited, and quite frankly, I can't wait.
And speaking of the Big 12, we're going right back to the Big 12.
Now we're in Ames, Iowa now.
Ames, Iowa State hosting 20th ranked Kansas State Wildcats. What is up with Iowa in these real behind low scoring games?
Yeah, Ricky would have gone crazy for this.
Wildcats 10, Cyclones 9. What is up? I don't get it. What's up with these low scoring games with these both of these Iowa teams is ridiculous. Good gracious.
I was not liking football right now. But now you're you know what? Whatever you want to say, Darnell, I say this from the heart, my friend. Whatever promo you want to cut on Florida State, please let it out, spit it out, have your fun, buddy. You've earned it.
I'm not done with them though. That's the bad part about it. I'm not done yet. Back-to-back losses for Florida State. 14 ranked NC State at home, coming off that loss to Clemson at Death Valley, the original Death Valley.
That's for the Undertaker to decide, okay? The original Death Valley, only the Undertaker decides.
You know, Jordan Travis, the quarterback for Florida State, you know what he did?
What'd he do?
It's third down. They're inside the 20-yard line with a chance to kick the game-winning field goal. He throws an interception right to the defender. Woo! How about them Seminoles?
So rather than go for a game-winning field goal, they basically made a dumb call.
It was third down. If you threw an incompletion pass, you can kick the game when you can kick the field goal and leave NC State like less than a minute to go. This dummy threw the pick right to the defender.
Oh yeah. It's no wonder you're overjoyed. But either way, they lost. So you were overjoyed anyway.
Didn't I tell y'all? When y'all got to that 3-game gauntlet, y'all was not surviving that gauntlet. You lost the weight for when you had the damn league. And then you got canned by NC State because they came back and beat you. Oh, wait till we get to the campus tour. I'm not done with y'all yet. I'm not done. But
you ain't done.
Gotta get my Steve Nace laugh in there. I'm sorry to say. All right, get back in track. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Now, Bearman did say to me he had something to say about this game because it was number 1 Alabama hosting Texas A&M, a ridiculous, underwhelming, disappointing, whatever word you want to throw in there to Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies. But Alabama walked away with a 4-point victory. Go ahead, Bearman. Say what you need to say.
Should the absence of Bryce Young really have made a difference for Alabama? Should it?
Man, that is your starting quarterback. I mean, we are talking about the reigning Heisman Trophy runner at the same time too. So I mean,
and was this close. But for Alabama to win the way they did, it ain't good on them. So I said to myself, as soon as they lost this, if they're still not one, again, the exposing of just the corrupt of the NCAA rankings. And now they're number 3. And I still don't believe number 3 is where they should be.
The rankings, if those of you are paying attention, the rankings at the bottom of the screen right here on the ticker, you'll see the rankings. So, and you pay attention to that. Hey, how about my Oregon Ducks, Bearman? They are 5-1. They are still alive for the Pac-12, despite your UCLA Bruins being undefeated. They are right there. 49-22 in Tucson, Arizona with them Arizona Wildcats. Well, a lot of people thought that Oregon was going to struggle because they always struggle in Tucson, Arizona. Look what that says. Chumps, take that.
Not today.
Quack, quack. Daffy Duck let the y'all say y'all despicable for that.
So Daffy Duck would say that. I wonder what Donald Duck would say.
You don't even understand what Daffy Duck was saying. Donald
Yeah,
Duck,
all I can say is you're despicable. You're despicable.
Take that. All right, now how did we do with our Barry Six picks from last week? Well, Alex, let's see how you did, sir. 5-1. I can't even be mad at those. I really can't.
If only I just picked UCLA, but still.
You
At least
you did a
At
reverse
least my pick of
psychology.
UCLA winning the Pac-12 is still alive.
You did the reverse psychology and it worked. I don't know how, but it
So
worked.
I guess maybe, relatively speaking, maybe I am undefeated. I don't know, but hey, 5-1's better than what I've been doing lately.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But
How did I do?
But I think it's hopeless at this point. You're too far off.
5-1. Oh, well, my undefeated streak ended finally. Does that make you feel better now? I didn't pull off another 6-0.
Doesn't matter. You're far away. The game's out of reach now.
Hey, we lost the same damn game. Ain't that funny?
Yeah, ain't that something? So that kind of tells me that from the beginning, deep down, when I picked UCLA to win the Pac-12, you basically would have told the critics, hey, well, maybe, because again, how many times have we seen them go from having a bad season to all of a sudden rise out of the ashes?
That's it. I gotta admit, UCLA is doing anything.
Besides, one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time is his alma mater is UCLA. You know who that is?
Who is that?
That would be the man they call Sting.
Ooh, he is a Cali boy.
Yeah, and he lives in my home state now.
All right, we're practically halfway through the season. This is where we sit at through week 6. I am 30-6. Bearman is 25-11. Yeah, you ain't that far back now. You ain't that far back. Good gracious, I'll tell you that. That's where we stand at right here, right now. All right, we're gonna take a break, and then when we come back, we're gonna preview the week to come. The Playmakers Bar is proudly to announce that it landed a partnership deal with Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus. Stream live sports from any device that you have, whether it is your computer, laptop, or even your cellular device. Catch breaking news live when it happens, and enjoy a mountain of entertainment from movies to shows to whatever you love doing. Paramount Plus. Plan starts at $4.99 a month, but right now you can get a free trial. Just hit that link below with the Playmakers blog and start your free trial right now. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And I think it's time, Bearman. I think it's time.
Is it time for our tour?
It's time for the campus tour. And we begin our campus tour in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Down in the Big Ten country, it is number 10, the Nittany Lions of Penn State, on the road to take on number 5, Michigan, 12 p.m. Fox. Sure, man.
This is one of my pick sixes right there. Michigan's on fire, and I don't think Michigan has any intention of letting Penn State They don't have any intention of letting Penn State, take the win at home at their expense.
Hey, the Master of Mayhem was sneaking in. How you doing? How's the meeting going?
Oh, the Master of Mayhem's in the chat?
Yeah, Master of Mayhem's in the chat.
Oh, look at that.
All right, that's a big one in the Big Ten East because
I thought he was bowling.
Nah, he's meeting with the sponsors. Because Ohio State, Michigan undefeated. Penn State got something to say about both teams. Round 1, here we go. Next on our campus tour, let's stay in the Big Ten. Let's take the trip to Illinois, shall we, Bearman? Because
yes,
we got a Big Ten West matchup. So we going to the other side of the Big Ten. Minnesota, Illinois is fighting for that top spot in the Big Ten West.
There's two very important people in my life. Well, one of them particularly, he's a graduate of the University of Minnesota. He's actually a young and inspiring writer that I've actually been mentoring. He's been on my Ringside Chaos show. So for him, I'm gonna pick Minnesota just for him.
That's right. I'm picking Minnesota. That game is 12 p.m. on the Big Ten Network.
The Golden Gophers.
Now we taking out the Big Ten. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're in Fort Worth, Texas. Here we go. 13th-ranked TCU, unbeaten. Looking good. My Big 12 pick, Oklahoma State, is visiting. It is my Big 12 pick versus the heart of the Bearman. Holy crap.
TCU is in my backyard. I might be an idiot for saying this, but TCU, they're my pick to win this game.
Oh my God, that's my Big 12 pick. Oh my
Now,
goodness.
OSU was nothing like Oklahoma. But OSU is coming off a win where they kind of gave up 31 points to an overrated and, well, a Texas Tech team that might be overrated, but they beat UT. That can't be ignored, so TCU might expose a couple of weaknesses on OSU.
3:30 ABC. Matter of fact, I'll be home just after kickoff of this game.
Yeah, we're gonna be on right here, our rivals.
Yeah. And I hope you hear that, Ricky. I'll barely be here on time, surprisingly, since I opened this weekend. 3:30. All right. Sticking with the 3:30 slate. We're going from 3:30 on ABC to 3:30 on the ACC network. We're going to the Q-Dome, Bearman. We have never been to the Q-Dome. We finally go to the Q-Dome.
We're in Syracuse.
We're going to Syracuse, New York.
Which is way on the other side. We'll be nowhere near Ricky's home.
18 ranked the Orange Men. Having a pretty damn good season, surprisingly. Taking on 15 ranked NC State Wolfpack, who got done coming back and beating them Seminoles. Now they got to go on the road to the Q-Dome to fight the Orange Men, Bearman. ACC battle.
Syracuse, that's Donovan McNabb's alma mater, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I haven't heard too much about Syracuse lately.
Nobody really paid attention to Syracuse, but Syracuse having a damn good season. I don't think they only lost one game so far.
And they're number 18.
Mm-hmm.
But North Carolina State just had that win over Florida State. But then again, is Florida State really any good? Screw it. North Carolina State.
That's 3:30 ACC Network. Stand with the 3:30 slot. Let's go to ESPN because we are going to Utah, Bearman.
Some fresh mountain weather. Fresh mountain air, I should say.
The BYU Cougars coming off that heartbreaking loss to Notre Dame out in Vegas. I say South Bend. Correction. That game was in Vegas.
It was in Vegas?
It was in Vegas. That game was in Vegas. I stand correct.
Bad gamble.
Now they home to face an SEC team.
An SEC team.
In Arkansas. And Bearman alluded to the quarterback named KJ Jefferson earlier, remember?
Mm-hmm. The running back, yeah.
The quarterback.
Yeah.
BYU What you gonna do? You've been playing a lot of Power 5 teams, and you've not been coming on the right end of these, you know. I guess you're trying to prepare yourself for the Big 12, and it's not going the way that you think it's going.
No, it is not.
So, Bearman, do you have any words for BYU? Because they are facing an SEC team. That is my country.
Well, you know, the fact that they're going to come into the Big 12 and then go against my Horned Frogs again for the first time. Last time they did was in 2011 at Cowboy Stadium. I remember because I was there. The BYU ain't doing good, and I think Arkansas is going to prove a point.
He says Arkansas is going to.
That fresh mountain air, Arkansas is going to take a nice deep breath of that good fresh mountain air, and that's going to give them a good charge of energy.
All right. And our final 3:30 slot, it is the game of the week. College Game Day will be there. This is my game of the week because we're going to SEC country.
And believe me, that fresh mountain, Rocky Mountain air, it does do you good.
Knoxville, Tennessee, stand up. It is the game of this might be the game of the year. Number 6, undefeated. Volunteers of Tennessee hosting number 3, undefeated. Alabama Crimson Tide. The status of Bryce Young is still unknown at this point in time. We probably ain't gonna find out till Saturday. Bearman, this is the game of the week.
It is, and I sent you my pick sixes. So if you want to tell everybody, you go right ahead.
No, they your pick sixes. You gonna tell them when we get there. But you got a preview for this game.
Well, this game is one of my pick sixes, and I made a pick, so I felt that you might want to tell everybody.
This is
the question right now is Bryce Young going to play for Alabama? Because if he's not,
that's the question of the whole week. Saban, you said what? Saban is hopeful that he plays.
Mm-hmm.
When did Saban ever say the word hopeful?
Never.
Woo, hey. You ready to go to prime time, Bearman?
So the fact that he never says it, and the fact that he did say it, does that mean? Do you feel? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Then what is that leaning on?
He knows how important this game is.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very important game right here. All right, you ready to go to prime time?
I mean, the fact that Kiffin, who previously worked under Saban, look at that, and Kiffin. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody else. No, I had a little bit of brain fart. Yeah, he's at Ole Miss.
You thinking Ole Miss? Oh
yeah, I was thinking Ole Miss.
Prime time. 7 p.m. ESPN. Guess where we're going?
Where are we going?
We're heading to the swamp.
Uh-huh.
A rivalry of his own. The LSU Tigers trying to dust themselves off after getting blasted at home by Tennessee. They are in Gainesville, Florida.
They're in your territory now.
They taking on the Florida Gators. Woo. I want this win.
Oh, you're going to get the win, believe me.
I want this win. Anthony Richards, I'm looking at you Saturday night in prime time. You need to play the best game you have ever played thus far against the LSU Tigers because you can do it. You see what Tennessee did to them at LSU. Okay? You can do it. Gator Nation want this win. Then we can go on the bye week. I did say prime time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we did just talk about one Tiger, right?
Oh, we did.
We're gonna talk about another Tiger, and we stand in the state of Florida because 7:30 ABC.
Well, technically, these are the third Tigers we're talking about because we got Auburn, we just got LSU, now we're with the Clemson.
Is that number 4 Clemson?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at in this one? Where this game is at?
The capital of Florida.
Ooh, is that Tallahassee?
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to Dope Camel Stadium? Well, am I a crude person to keep picking on Florida State for the third straight week in a row?
Well, Florida State ain't doing too good.
You see? Be patient. Just wait. And you know what I waited on? I waited for the gauntlet. Wake Forest, NC State, and now the Clemson Tigers. Oh, who's on top of the ACC right now?
That would be Clemson.
Oh, Clemson. Who's undefeated right now?
Clemson.
Oh. Who's ranked in the top 5?
Clemson.
Let's go. But it is in Dope Campus Stadium, so Florida State does that. Don't feel advantage. All right, 7:30. We're gonna switch from ABC to the SEC network, because guess what? We're going back to the SEC. This time we're taking a trip to Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky, Bearman. 22nd ranked Wildcats hosting the 16th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Last time I went against Mississippi State, I paid for it.
When was that?
Not long ago. I don't know if it was Kentucky or if it was Mississippi State. But one of these teams made me pay for going against them.
Ooh. Ow. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Another East versus West battle, just like LSU and Florida State. We got Bulldogs and Wildcats in this one. It's going to be an interesting game to look at down in Lexington, Kentucky. All right, let's hit the 8 o'clock hour, shall we, Bearman?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We're going out west. We're going back to Utah for the Pac-12 because, woo! So you went to Cali and you got beat by UCLA. Now you dropped the 20 of your Utah Utes. You're home and you played against, who was that on the other side, Bearman? Is that the other team? Is that the other team from LA?
Yep. USC.
Number 7 in the country, USC, undefeated. And guess what? If Utah wants a miracle in the Pac-12 South, guess what they got to do?
They got to beat USC, but it's probably not gonna happen.
8 p.m. And guess what, Bearman? This game is on Fox. You get to see this game on Fox.
Fox News?
It's on Fox. Now, Bearman, are you ready for me to shock you?
You gotta if you're gonna ask if I'm ready, you gotta do it the DX way, dude.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I said, are you ready?
For the thousands in attendance and for the millions hopefully listening around the world, and for Ricky Litwinkowich, I am ready. Oh boy. In-state rivalry right there. It's interesting. If this was basketball, if it was basketball, yeah, your adrenaline would be through the roof right now.
Tobacco Road, it's come to football. Do me a favor. Let's tell me the records of both these teams. I just need to know the record of both these teams. I'm pretty sure people are looking like, why is they talking North Carolina and Duke? This ain't basketball. This is football. Give me
I know why. I know. It's not so much because North Carolina is on top of the ACC Coastal. Oh, no. It's far more than that, isn't it? Because North Carolina is 5-1, but Duke is 4-2.
These two teams are combined 9-3. Who ever predicted this? North Carolina and Duke to be where they at right now?
Nobody.
Tobacco Road has come to football. 8 p.m. ACC Network. I am looking forward. I might find a way to watch this game, Bear Man. I might watch this game over USC and Utah. And that sounds blasphemous, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's North Carolina and Duke. Nobody saw this coming. And people who know me, they know I pick the games that's supposed to be good. You know that, right? Everybody knows that.
No doubt.
The games that you should watch. I'm telling you, you should watch North Carolina and Duke. Because you might not get this chance ever again.
I'm pretty sure everybody says, nah, I'll wait for basketball season. I'll wait for March Madness.
We get it in football first. We can have it in football first. This is great. This is awesome.
It is.
I love it. Oh, this is awesome. Whew. Hold on. We got myself together. Speaking of basketball, I got to get ready for my new show, Shooting Lights Out. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, basketball season starts next week, doesn't it?
The NBA tips off next Tuesday. Next Tuesday's the NBA. And then in like 3 weeks after that, it'll be college. All right, our final game for our campus tour goes out to Oregon. Corvallis, Oregon. Washington State taking on Oregon State. Bearman, do me a favor. Go take a look at the Pac-12 North for me.
Pac-12 North. Well, the football standings are certainly up within itself.
What does those standings say to you about these two teams?
Speaks for itself, and it's not lying.
I want to share with the people.
We're talking about, and you said Pac-12 North.
Mm-hmm.
Washington State is, 1-2 in conference play, but they're 4-2 overall.
Okay.
Now Oregon State, a little bit above, but they're the same record overall. So they both have the same record in conference play and in overall. They're both 4-2.
And who are they chasing?
What? They're chasing a couple of teams, but I don't even know if they can make it.
What are them couple of teams that they're chasing?
Utah, Oregon, UCLA, USC.
I'm talking about just in the North.
Well, the fact is, you look at everything overall, okay?
You know what they chasing? They chasing my Oregon Ducks. Now you know why I was not. Now you know what I said. What I said, like, yeah, this ain't over yet. But yeah, that right there. Whew. Yeah, Oregon, you got some work to do. Your job's not done yet. You got some work to do because these two teams are still trying to catch you. And then Washington somewhere in there too, somewhere.
Well, Washington has the same record as them. That Washington team that lost to UCLA.
Let's see. The Pac-12 North is main. All eyes on the South because of UCLA and USC and Utah, but the North they ain't too far behind. Not too good for my comfort right now. But guess what? That was the campus tour. Now, it's the moment that y'all been waiting for. Y'all been waiting for this for so long, and it's time here, man. The bear down pick 6. Bearman, you up. Let's go. Look what we got here. Is that okay? Michigan over Penn State? You just had to put the Longhorns in there, didn't you?
Quinn Ewers is back, so it's good to see him back.
You just had to put the Longhorns in there, didn't you? Is that game in Austin?
Yep.
Okay. He picked his heart over my team. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Hey, it's bad enough that my NFL team is going to get the butts kicked this week. I got to have a little bit of pride.
He's picking Tennessee to beat Alabama.
I mean, this is provided Bryce Young is out. But even if Bryce Young plays, I mean, he's injury prone.
He's going against Nick Saban. This is interesting. Never thought I'd see today. Hey, Bearman, you want to join in on my fun when it comes to Florida State?
Yeah, because apparently if you get a kick out of it, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you keep that smile.
And he just killing Utah. What you got against Utah, man?
Well, they disappointed me in week 1 against your Gators.
You still holding on to that?
No, not really. I'm just saying. I mean, come on. USC is undefeated. How ironic is it that both LA teams are the only undefeated teams in the Pac-12?
Yeah, I know. And the two teams that's leaving. So
to all the people that said I'm out of my stinking mind for picking you at UCLA, I'm like, you see, even if UCLA doesn't win it, but still, at one point they flirted with it.
The two teams in LA, the two teams that are leaving for the Big Ten are the two teams that's undefeated. What kind of mess is this?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at my bear down pick 6 for week 7. What do I have? Michigan over Penn State. Okay. Hey, I figured since you gonna throw Texas in, I might as well throw Ole Miss in there. Ole Miss over to Auburn. Yeah, y'all better beat them by 50, damn it. I went the other way, Bearman. I went Bama. I went Bama. And then I went the other way again. Oh, you thought completely you? Oh no. I'm gonna ride and die with my Big 12 champion. Even though it's in Fort Worth, Texas. You should go to that game.
I should.
You should go to that game. I think you should. I think that'll be a good experience for you. You get a top 15 matchup in your backyard. I think that's something you should be able to watch. It's 3:30, so that'll be what, 2:30 your time?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I think you should. You won't, if you do go, you won't make it on Arch Rivals though, but yeah.
Yeah, well, so Ricky would still say, go have fun.
But I think that's a game you deserve to go to. I'm being very honest. I think you deserve to go to that game.
No doubt.
Did y'all think I was done with y'all Florida State? Did they think I was done with them? Did they really believe I was done with them, Bear Man?
Apparently so.
I'm not done with y'all. Y'all gonna get this 0-3 right here with Clemson. Then I might be done with y'all, depending on the rest of your schedule. But I wasn't done with y'all. Not even close. And then I had to do it for my basketball fans, man. Can you forgive me? I had to do it for the basketball fans out there. I had to pick this game, and I'm taking North Carolina over Duke. Even though it's at Duke, I'm going with the Tar Heels. So that is it, man. That is it. That is bearing down the gridiron. Bear Man, final thoughts.
Oh no. But I really should find a way to go to that TCU game. If my buddy, the sheriff himself, John Long, if he's listening, if it's possible, let's make it happen.
That's it. Y'all enjoy football, man. Y'all enjoy college football. We have some great games, man. I mean, we have from the list that I just gave y'all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranked versus ranked matchup this week. Spread it out through almost every conference there is. You want to go Big 10, Big 12, ACC, SEC, Pac-12. We have some ranked games in every conference. Football season is starting to get into form now, there, man. We have hit the halfway mark. So until then, y'all will see me again very soon. That's the Bear Man in the big state of Texas right there. Having fun with the Texas football team. That's Texas and TCU.
Mainly TCU.
I am the Playmaker. Going to enjoy the games that's going to happen here in Florida. Good night. Have fun.
You've just experienced Bearing Down the Gridiron, featuring your hosts, Alex the Bearman Kazzaz and Darnell the Playmaker Sallins. Executive production is done by Ricky, the master of Mayhem, Litwinkowich. Click that like button and subscribe so you'll be notified when a new Bearing Down the Gridiron episode is live on the air. Check out our sponsor links down below for everyday deals on Fanatics, NFLshop.com, and Points.com. Need merch? Check out www.paintrainpipebomb.threadless.com for quality merchandise at amazing prices. Tune in again next time